1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Banjo land, Mike Heading here, coming to you today with an advanced up-the-neck version of Red Hair Boy in the key of A. So I did a version down the neck, kind of an intermediate level lesson, but I thought it'd be fun to do a more advanced lesson up the neck and work on how would we play this melody melodic style and how would we play this melody in single string style. Ultimately, once you get both versions down, you can combine them to kind of create your own hybrid style that's really cool. Players like Bela Fleck, Noah Kelly, Scott Vestal are masters of this. Mixing melodic style and single string style can be really cool. So I've got an A part melodic style and an A part single string, and then a B part melodic style and a B part single string. I'll teach them both exactly how I played at the beginning of the video. And then we'll do kind of a quicker backup lesson, but kind of some up the neck shapes you can use to play kind of like Scruggs style backup. I like personally when I'm playing like a melodic style lead, then to kind of, or single string lead, then to switch into more like a Scruggs style backup that kind of complements the other players in the jam. All right, enough talking. Let's start breaking down an advanced version of Red Hair Boy in the key of A. Here we go. So let's play the first 5 measures so you can hear how the opening melody sounds. Do that again really slow. Okay, so we're going to start on the open 5th string and the 9th fret with our index finger of our left hand relative to our capo, remember. And that's going to be our little pickup, so on beats 4 and. So 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to kind of do like a backwards roll, keep that same position and go. And I add my middle finger onto the 10th fret of the 2nd string. So you have, which is the same as this down here. I like doing it single string just so you can kind of hear the connection. Just so you can kind of connect it in your mind. It's really important to connect what you know down here to up here and vice versa. If you know something up here, you want to be able to play it down the neck. And if you know something down the neck, you want to be able to play it up the neck. So that's basically the opening melody line. We're going to go. And then we're going to shift up into this position and we're going to go, which would be this. So I like using my ring finger and index finger for that next phrase. So I'm here, and then I let my ring finger go up to it's going to be the 12th fret relative to your capo, and I go like this. And then I grab my middle finger on the 5th string. So I'm fretting the 5th string, common and melodic style. So you have, and then I grab my pinky up on the 14th fret relative to my capo. And then I kind of go backwards. Take your pinky off. That's a good little position to get used to. It's a little bit of a stretch. Make sure your thumb's not back too much. Keep your thumb up. And just practice getting all those notes to ring out. The other thing I might do probably for this whole song is move my hand further away from the bridge, closer to the neck. Sweeten up the tone a little bit. Personal preference, but I suggest that. So again, let's put that together. We have. And then we stay in that shape and we're going to go 5th string. So I play that pickup again, so. Which is the same, I play to get into measure 3, and then I play to get into measure 4. And then 5th string, open. Then I shift down, and I use my thumb here, so I wrap my thumb and I go. So remember the chords to Red Hair Boy are relative to our capo is G up to C, G down to F. So it's the 1 chord up to the 4 chord, 1 down to flat 7. So that's the underlying chord you want to hear behind the melody. And into measure, out of measure 4 into measure 5, I do this, like I said. So not too hard, just you wrap your thumb, get that tone to ring out clear. And then 5th string, and then move your middle finger down to the 3rd string. The other way you can think of the chords just to see them is A, or again, relative to my capo, the real chords are A, D, A, G. That's kind of the position we're using there, right? And then we repeat that. So the other thing with this fiddle tune and a lot of fiddle tunes is they use the form what I think of as 1, 2, 1, 3. That's kind of the formula. So those are the phrases. So we have phrase 1, then phrase 2, now back to phrase 1, and then we have phrase 3, which is an ending phrase. So it's a very good formula to if you can recognize that, it's going to mean you have to remember less, right? Because I'm playing that phrase 1 twice. Phrase 1, phrase 2 is kind of like a response. Phrase 1 again, and then phrase 3. So it's going to help you remember how to play the song and organize it in your mind. So it's not just every new measure is this totally new thing you have to learn, right? So let's try that one more time. And then right here, we're going to do another ending. So play this pickup again. And then I shift up with my 2nd finger up to here to the 15th fret relative to my capo. Kind of thinking of this high A chord way up here. Remember, you're thinking in G. So relative to your capo, it would be a high G. But again, you're up on the 17th fret relative to your capo. So you're here, jump, and then put your pinky on the 17th fret of the 1st string relative to your capo. So you have... It's a little bit of a jump, so that'd be a good one to practice. And I'm using quarter notes there. So kind of a mixture of quarter notes and 8th notes, right? So we're going 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1 and 2, 3, right? And then back again. Then I wrap my thumb around the 15th fret relative to my capo, remember? And I do like a backwards roll, so we go. And there's a lot of different little ending licks you can play for this song. I just kind of picked one that I thought fit the melody and was pretty easy to, or easier on the easier side to play. So we have. So we go up, wrap your thumb, and then do a backwards roll. So I kind of shifting up from like this shape down here up to this shape up here, which we're going to also use in the B part, right? So I'm up here, remember I go, and then I shift back down and I go. So I add your 3rd finger onto the 11th fret relative to your capo on the 3rd string, and I do like a backwards partial roll. So I would play it from the pickup here. So that's the A part ending for in melodic style. So let's play that whole part slowly so you can hear how it sounds. nail that ending perfectly. Remember, just keep the rhythm. It's more important to keep the rhythm. If you hit like a clunky note, not the end of the world. I mean, that jump's probably the trickiest part of the A part. This is also a song I think it's very good to practice each phrase on its own and really work on connecting them together. I wouldn't just kind of like stumble through the whole A part. If there's one spot that's giving you trouble, just loop it over and over again like I'm doing. Then back it up one more measure and add that measure. And then, again, you can kind of build it up that way. I think that's helpful.